Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got these four segments AP, BP, CP, and DP fully confined in a rectangle ABCD, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this segment AP is being represented by X. The segment BP is 5 units. The segment CP is 6 units. And finally, the segment DP is 4 units as well. And now our task is to find the value of X. In other words, we are going to calculate this segment length AP. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. In order to make our job simple, we are going to draw some auxiliary lines. As you can see in this next step, I have drawn this horizontal line EG that passes through this point P. And likewise, this perpendicular vertical line FH as well that passes through point P as well. And as a result, we got these 4 rectangles. This is our very first rectangle. This is our another rectangle. And this big rectangle as well. And finally, this is our 4th rectangle. And let's make an observation. We can see that this AP is the diagonal for this first rectangle. This BP is the diagonal for this other rectangle. This CP is the diagonal for this 3rd rectangle. And finally, this DP is the diagonal for this rectangle. And here's our next step. I'm going to label this segment AE as lowercase a, this segment ED as lowercase b. Then likewise, this segment FP is going to be lowercase a, and this segment BG is going to be lowercase a, and this is going to be our lowercase b, and likewise lowercase b as well. And likewise, I'm going to label this segment AF as lowercase c, this segment BF as lowercase d. Then likewise, this segment is going to be lowercase c, this one is going to be lowercase d and lowercase d as well. And now let's focus on this right triangle AEP. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, x is the diagonal, whereas these lowercase a and lowercase c are our other 2 legs. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got a square plus c square is going to be equal to x square, and I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now we are going to focus on this other right triangle DEP, and we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's once again our Pythagorean theorem. And in our case, the hypotenuse is 4, whereas our 2 other legs are b and c. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this formula. So we are going to have a b square plus c square is going to be equal to 4 square. Or if we simplify, that is going to give us b square plus c square is going to be equal to 16. And now I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And now let's focus on this right triangle CHP. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And in our case, our hypotenuse is 6, whereas our 2 other legs are lowercase b and lowercase d. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this formula. So we got b square plus d square is going to be equal to 6 square. Let's simplify. So b square plus d square is going to be equal to 36, and we are going to label this one as our equation number 3. And finally, we are going to focus on this right triangle BFP, and let's apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And once again, this is our Pythagorean formula, and in our case 5 is the diagonal, whereas lowercase a and lowercase d are our two other legs. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this formula. So we got a square plus d square is going to be equal to 5 square. Let's simplify. We got a square plus d square equals to 25, and I'm going to label this one as our equation number 4. And here we got a system of 4 equations: equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, and equation 4, and we are going to solve them for x value. And now we are going to subtract equation 2 from this equation 1. And here I have copied down equation 1 and equation 2 as well. And now we are going to subtract. So I'm going to change these signs. And here we can see this c square and negative c square, they are gone. So therefore we are ended up with a square minus b square turns out to be equal to x square minus 16. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 5. And in this next step, we are going to subtract this equation 3 from equation 4. And here are our equation 4 and 3. Let's go ahead and subtract. So I'm going to change these signs over here. And here we can see this d square and negative d square, they are gone. So therefore we are ended up with the a square minus b square is going to be equal to negative 11. And I'm going to name this one as our equation number 6. So thus we are ended up with this equation 5 and equation 6 as well. And we are going to compare these two equations, equation 5 and 6. Let's make an observation. We can see the left hand sides are identical. So therefore we can equate the right hand sides of these equations as well. So therefore if we compare, we are going to get x square minus 16 turns out to be equal to negative 11. And here I'm going to add 16 on both sides. And here we can see this positive 16 and negative 16 is gone. So therefore x square value turns out to be equal to positive 5. And now we are going to undo this square by taking square root on both sides. And here we can see this square and square root is gone. So therefore our x value turns out to be square root of 5 units. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, our x value turns out to be square root of 5 units. And that is going to be approximately equal to 2.236 units as well. So therefore our this x value turns out to be equal to square root of 5 units. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.